Dwayne the RV Inspector here, and today we're going to be talking about some of the most overrated features found in RVs. And let me be clear, that doesn't mean the features I'm going to talk about in this video are completely useless. It just means they may not be nearly as valuable as the RV industry's advertising and enthusiastic salespeople would have you believe. And let me apologize in advance if you find any of these features I'm going to talk about really useful for you in your RV. Because very seldom do you find any RV features that absolutely everyone agrees is essential. Now, the thing to remember is that every feature adds something to an RV. It can add to the purchase price, it can increase the weight, take up valuable space, require more maintenance, or simply just give you one more thing that eventually fails. So let's look at several popular RV features that sound and look impressive on the sales lot, but may not provide quite as much real value when you start camping. And the first one we're going to talk about is an outdoor kitchen. Now, we start there because, boy, can they look impressive when you first see them. You open up this large compartment on the outside of the RV and suddenly there you are, a refrigerator, a sink, storage space, sometimes a grill or a griddle. But many RV owners discover that they actually don't use that outdoor kitchen nearly as much as they expected they would. One reason is because the layout is often more attractive than it is actually practical. For example, some RV outdoor kitchens, especially older ones, don't have a drain connected to the RV's plumbing system. Instead, it just drains into a small container that you have to empty manually. And those little outdoor refrigerators, well, they're helpful for keeping drinks cold, that's for sure, but many of them only work when the RV's actually connected to shore power. So they aren't keeping anything cold while you're traveling and camping without electrical hookups. Then there's the weather. If it's rainy, if it's cold, if it's extremely hot, you may decide that actually cooking inside the RV is just simply easier. And finally, the outdoor kitchen, it takes up a large storage compartment that could have been used for storing things like chairs and tools and other gear that you need, or cargo. So before paying extra for an outdoor kitchen, think honestly about how often you're actually going to use it. And that leads us to another feature, an outdoor television. It gets a lot of attention at RV shows especially. And when you see one mounted inside a large entertainment compartment with speakers and decorative lighting, well, it certainly has a lot of visual appeal. However, an outdoor television can be difficult to see during the daytime because of sunlight and glare. And even when the picture is visible, you're probably going to need to turn the volume up enough so that your neighboring campers are going to actually hear it too, and that may not be a good thing. Of course, some RVers enjoy watching a football game or a movie outside with their friends, but actually a lot of owners discover that when they're camping, they'd rather enjoy the scenery or just sit by the campfire. And once again, that television compartment is taking up valuable exterior storage space. So unless outdoor television viewing is already an important part of your camping lifestyle, maybe that feature's a little more impressive to look at than it is to actually use. Now let's go inside the RV. Let's talk about an RV fireplace. These electric fireplaces have become extremely common, especially in fifth wheels and larger travel trailers. And to be fair, they can create a really nice, pleasant atmosphere while they're also supplying supplemental heat. But the fireplace itself, well, it's really just an electric space heater with a decorative flame effect in it. So it normally is going to require a 120 volt electrical connection, and you can't really rely on that when you're boondocking unless you had this really capable power system for the whole RV. However, actually an inexpensive portable ceramic heater can provide similar heat and give you more flexibility about where it's placed. And if that portable heater fails, well, it can be replaced very easily, very inexpensively. That may not be the case with the fireplace heater. So, an RV fireplace may be very pretty and enjoyable, but it isn't necessarily worth choosing one RV over another just to get it. All right, let's talk about residential refrigerators. That's another feature that often gets promoted as a major upgrade. And there's no question that they provide plenty of interior cooling space. They tend to keep temperatures more consistent than traditional RV absorption refrigerators. But they also come with some trade-offs. For instance, a residential refrigerator will require 120 volt electricity. And if you like to camp without hookups, boondocking, you're going to need a robust power system to feed that power-hungry appliance. Now, of course, if you spend most of your time in full hookup campgrounds, well, that's not such a serious concern then. But if you enjoy boondocking, or you like to stay overnight without hookups, it will become a greater concern. Then there's also the matter of replacement. A residential refrigerator may fit through the RV's door when the RV is being built, but removing it later on can sometimes be a real challenge. So residential refrigerators can be excellent and wonderful for the right owner, but they aren't automatically better for every type of RVer. Let's move on now to large touchscreen control panels. These are replacing traditional wall switches in many modern RVs, and they look sleek and they're high-tech. They allow you to control lights and slide-outs and awnings and water pumps and tank levels, all from one location. Some systems even connect to a phone app, and that means you can control parts of the RV remotely. All of that sounds very good and convenient. But honestly, a simple wall switch usually performs its job just as well, just as reliably for many years. And a computerized control panel introduces complexity like software and electronic modules and network connections, things that can malfunction very easily. And when the central panel fails, you may lose convenient control of several systems at the same time. For instance, you might not be able to operate your awning or your slide out because the touchscreen that controls it has stopped responding. Now, traditional switches are not exciting, but they are easy to understand, test, and replace. So just be aware that the fancy touchscreen control panels had their disadvantages as well as their positive points. Finally, let's talk about large panoramic windows in RVs. Well, they can make an RV feel open and spacious, and when your campsite is overlooking a lake, a mountain, or a forest, well, the view is just wonderful. But large windows can also allow a great deal of heat to come in during the summer and to escape during the winter. Even if it's a dual pane RV window, it's not going to insulate as well as a properly constructed wall would. And windows also reduce the amount of wall space available for things like cabinets and storage. And depending on the campsite layout, that panoramic window may be providing nothing more than a beautiful view of your neighbor's sewer hose instead of a lake or a mountain. Now, let me be clear. I love large windows, but the location and the quality of those windows matters more than their size. So once again, don't let one dramatic feature distract you from the overall quality and practicality of the RV. Well, now in this video, I'm not saying that you should avoid all the features we've discussed here. In fact, some of them may be very useful for you and the way you camp and travel. But before you go out and pay extra for any RV feature, ask yourself 3 questions. How often am I going to actually use it? What am I giving up to get it? And how difficult is it going to be to repair it when it fails? Remember that features are often much easier to see than construction quality in an RV. A fireplace, a touchscreen, or any of those things grabs attention right away. But it won't show you how well the roof is sealed or how the plumbing is installed or whether this RV is going to hold up over time. So choose the floor plan and the features that support the way you like to camp and travel. But don't allow impressive gadgets to distract you from the things that actually matter the most. Solid construction, reliable systems, adequate cargo capacity, and an RV that truly fits your needs. And that's it for now. Have safe and happy travels, my friends. Until next time.